Hello and welcome to Fun Fitness at Home video 6. In today's video we'll be doing some yoga. We will do some exercise and finally we will play some fun games. First, let's get ready to do some yoga. Let's get ready to do the first pose. For this, let's follow Mr. Ed. We need to lift one leg and point it out to the side. Then hold our arms out so that we can keep balance. Once we've got this right, we can try and balance on the other side. This is just for practice. Now we will get ready to hold the pose for 15 seconds. When you're ready, copy Mr. Ed. Nice going. Now change sides and balance on the other leg. Can be quite tough, but do your best to keep your balance. Amazing work. Let's get ready for our next yoga pose. In this yoga pose, Mr. O wants us to go onto our backs and then we're going to lean forward and try and touch our toes. This can be very tough. Give it your best shot. Try to do better than Mr. O. Good going, yoga stars. Let's get ready for the next yoga pose. For this one, Mr. Ed wants us to go down onto our knees. Then we're going to place our hands on the floor in front of us. Now our job is to point our bums back into the sky and make our body look almost like a triangle. Let's get ready to hold for 15 seconds with Mr. Ed. We're almost finished with our yoga stretching warm-ups. Let's get ready for the final yoga pose. In this yoga pose, we need to point our toes away from each other. Then we bend our legs close to the ground. Are you ready? Hold for 15 seconds. Great going. That brings us to the end of the yoga. Now it's time for us to exercise. Let's look at today's exercises. First, we will do some jumping. Then we will do some jumping jacks. We'll run on the spot and do some burpees. Today's theme is the exercise machine. So we will be looking at the machine to show us what exercises to do. So let's start with 20 jumping jacks. Follow Mr. O. Great job. Let's see what the exercise machine chooses next. Running! Everyone stand up and run on the spot with Mr. O. Nice running! What will the exercise machine choose next? Jumping. Jump on the spot 10 times with Mr. Ed. Wow, amazing! Don't forget to drink some water. The next exercise is burpees. So we're going to follow Mr. Ed and do 10 burpees at home. Excellent work. That's the end of our exercises. Parents, if you would like some more time to practice exercises at home, follow this website to use this app at home. That means now we can play some games. The first game is called Rollerball. I want you to copy Mr. Ed. First, roll the ball forwards, and then roll the ball backwards. Practice this a couple times so you get really fast and really good. Then, I want you to copy Mr. O. Look how he rolls the ball from side to side. Practice this. It's going to help you for when we do our challenge. For the challenge, set out some beacons on the floor like we have, and then time yourself and see if you can beat Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed took 10 seconds. Can you do it faster than him? For the next game, we are going to practice a very important skill, and that skill is called catching. The first step is to throw a ball or a cushion up into the sky, not very high, and practice catching the ball. Once you've had a few chances to practice, see if you can throw and catch the ball 5 times. Now, challenge yourself. See if you can throw the ball a bit higher. If you need to use your chest to help you catch the ball, that's okay. Today it's all about practicing this important skill. See if you can catch the ball 5 times. Now time for the ultimate challenge. We want to see if you can clap your hands before you catch the ball. This might be better for the older kids, but everyone can give it a try. If you would like some extra practice at home, follow what Mr. O is doing. You can find a wall or hard surface and bounce the ball back into your arms. For today's final game, we are going to practice our fine motor skills. For this game, you will need some elastic bands, a fork, and a container or bowl with some water. The first step is to put all of the elastic bands into the water, just like Mr. Ed is doing here. Then we are going to take the fork and take out the elastic bands one at a time until all of the elastic bands are out of the container and on the tissue. Try this at home. Give it your best shot. And then when you feel ready, see if you can beat Mr. O. Time yourself and see if you can beat his time. "15 seconds is how long it took Mr. O. Could you do faster than him?" That brings us to the end of today's video. We will see you next week. Goodbye.